Max, welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Your take.
Well, that last fellow was certainly articulate and
Very
certainly
much
had
so.
a lot of different viewpoints on the situation that I don't have. The one thing I'm saying is that the cash for clunkers sounds good until you get down to the economics of it. And my question is, what kind of people drive clunkers? Well, they're not really people with a lot of money or a good credit history.
Mm-hmm.
Those are sold down on the third-level tier.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I don't think they're going to jump up and spend $15,000 on a new car. That's just, common sense, I think.
Okay, can we address that?
Sure.
Let's take a look at that. I agree with you. I agree with you. But I know a lot of people that are driving Ford Expeditions that are getting 13 miles per gallon. They can trade the Expedition in for a car that gets 28 miles per gallon, and they would receive $4,500 on that car. And so the program is not only designed to stimulate the economy and to get the ball rolling again, but it's also designed to reduce our dependence on foreign oil by replacing the fleet. And you say, well, wait a minute, some of this fleet's doesn't need to be replaced, and the very fleet that needs to be replaced, and you sound like me, Max, there are three different segments of car owner: 0 to 60,000, 60 to 120, and 120 above. The 0 to 60 are owned by people that can afford to have those repairs, and whenever they hiccup, they'll spend the money. And if they get to spending too much money, they'll just trade and get another one because they are fluent and they can afford it. The 60 to 120,000 mile owners have bought a car that's used, and they know that they've got to maintain that automobile, so they're a great customer to have for a service shop because they will spend the money because they know they saved money by buying a used car. And then you've got the 120,000 car, which is exactly what you said. These are owned by people that are driving the cars that need the most service and the most repair, and they can't afford to do it because if they did, they could, they wouldn't be driving that car. So let's take a look at that. Let's take those cars, which is where 70% of the pollution comes from in the United States from automobiles. 70% come from 95 or older automobiles, and we only go back 25 years with the cash for clunkers, cash for guzzlers. And so we take those automobiles off the road and we replace them with cars that are of safer design, lower emission design, get better gas mileage. And in doing so, we take a car, just like David Zukowski said with Hyundai, we take a car that lists for $14,200 and it sells for a little over $8,000. What's not to like?
Okay. One of the problems is the dealers themselves. We've got a couple local guys and down here in Wichita, and they're doing just like your last guy said. They'll get you in there, and they say that the dealer keeps all rebates and
they gotta step up. And I'll tell you, we're going to roll this conversation into the next hour.